everyone, and welcome to Race Control. This is a new podcast here at Rich T Racing, and in this very first edition, we are going to be looking through the high points and the low points of the 2019 season. As ever, I am joined by the man they call Mr. James Derrick, and at certain points throughout this podcast, we will be joined as well by the man they call Mr. James Pritchard Wood, commonly known as P-Dubs. So, we shall begin with Driver of the Year. Now, James Derrick, you are a champion of the man they call Max Verstappen.
I am indeed, yeah.
And I believe you want to talk about him for a brief moment.
Not for a brief moment, forever if that was possible, but obviously it's not. Yeah, I think Max has done phenomenally well this year. You know, we've seen him mature so much since was it last year in Monaco?
It was after the Monaco Grand Prix where he crashed in quali. And then he came to 7th. And then ever since then, probably up until Belgium this year, he's literally just been untouchable. I will firmly back that as well.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see him in the future. You know, hopefully with Albon staying at Red Bull next year, maybe they have a chance to scrape a title in. Maybe, I doubt it, but hopefully. And yeah. I think, you know, he got his first pole this year. Plus some other ones and some fantastic racing. You know, Austria, I'm sure we'll talk about it later in this podcast. Yeah, and there's just so many other great moments from him.
Yeah, no, I will back that. The only thing for me with Verstappen is that in the second half of the year, excluding the likes of Brazil, he became a bit inconsistent, wouldn't you say?
I would say that, yeah.
Particularly, I think Belgium sticks out like a sore thumb for me. Like his response to it was mature, but I don't know, just like what was he doing trying to immediately fight back on Raikkonen when he was obviously going to overtake him within a few laps?
Well, he was just having problems with starts then, wasn't he? And so I think then his, you know how Hamilton is always mature and always like level-headed, apart from Brazil. Max is just most of the time, and then at that point he was like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, so he's still got that slight bit of youth immaturity coming through, and for me, I think that sort of excludes him from being the number one driver of the year for myself. But someone I think has got a very good claim to driver of the year is, of course, this year's world champion, Mr. Lewis Hamilton. I think he's taken his 6th world title. It's his 5th world title out of the past 6 world championships, and it can be argued that he should have won in 2016 as well. So he really could be looking at 7 titles out or 6 titles out of the last 6. He is getting tantalizingly close to breaking Schumacher's 91 race win record. He's getting equally closer to the 7th world title, and he just does not stop. And what is also very key, and I'm definitely not stealing this argument from a Jodie and Palmer article, is that he is a factor in every single race. Even if he's not even if he's not starting on pole, he's still a contender for the race win. And also, we've seen the way he can massage his tires to last longer than anyone else could expect. It's just phenomenal. Like that race win in Mexico for me was his greatest win of the season, because I didn't expect him to be able to fight off the Ferraris who were on soft tires. Or medium tires even. It was a fantastic drive and shows how he's still, without question, the one to beat.
I think for me, you know, look at Silverstone, where he did the fastest lap on the last lap on very, very old hard tires.
Exactly.
However, I don't think that either of those two are the driver of the year.
No, I have to agree, because whilst I've said all that about Hamilton, he's had it all his own way this year, and for me, it's just been a bit too easy for him. But there is one driver, we all agree, the late, great James Pritchard Wood, who's not here, also agrees. There's one driver who he's come in, no one really expected much, and he's delivered phenomenally and delivered his team back to where they belong. Derek, do you want to do the honours? Who is our driver of the year?
It's Mr. Carlos Sainz.
Carlos Sainz. He has got, look, he's definitely not gone under the radar. Everyone said he's done a great job, but no one has said like has never really talked about how well he's done this year. He's come in to replace Fernando Alonso, one of the greatest drivers of all time, and he has absolutely smashed it. And he's taken 6th in the World Championship. That's beating both two drivers who both drove for Red Bull, a team that has still got a car that's 1 point whatever seconds faster than the car he's driving. He has been phenomenal, consistent, scoring great points. And I think you would agree with Derek that he has been a smooth operator.
Oh, yeah.
Smooth operator.
Yeah, I think you said everything there is to say about him. He's just done a fantastic job. Absolutely fantastic.
Yep. Also, while we're here, worst driver, Grosjean. Yep. Good. So that's drivers taken care of for the moment. And so that concludes our bit on best driver and worst driver of the year. Congratulations to Carlos Sainz, and please get out of F1, Romain Grosjean.